Everybody, and welcome to Wanderers Who Love Amawaterways. And I want to talk to you about a couple of things tonight. Talk to you, one, about Staple and Direct Travel, who I am. I'm a home-based travel agent. That means I am your personal travel agent. I am your advocate when it comes to the travel industry. For not only cruises, but other things as well. Anything dealing with travel, including sporting events and concert tickets, I can help you with that. Sort of a concierge service when you think about travel. If you want someone who's going to respond to your needs, handle all the details, all your deadlines, keep you on track, do all the legwork for you, and all you have to do is sit back with your family and enjoy your vacation, you want this guy right here. This guy right here. I'm going to be that person for you. If you book online through Google or somewhere else, sure, you can find things on your own, or you can have me do it and save a lot of time. And again, I'm tracking it every day, so I see things that you will miss, or I have access to certain promotions and deals that you will never see. I'm the guy you want to talk to. Okay? I'm going to take good care of you financially and everything else regarding your trip. I'm going to make sure it's handled professionally as if I were the one doing the traveling. Why? Because I want you to be a repeat customer. I want to be your travel agent of choice. The one way I'm going to do that is to be honest up front with you and to make sure all of your needs are met. Make sure you're satisfied. So if you want to be satisfied, stay tuned for the next few minutes, because I'm going to be talking about wonderful things with Amawaterways and how you can take advantage of them. Stay tuned, grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. I will answer the phone at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 p.m. If that's the time, 12 a.m., excuse me, at night. If that's the only time you have to work on your travel plans, I'm available. You ever try to plan a family reunion, a family vacation? Have you ever realized how difficult it is? I'm in the midst of one right now, and if I didn't do this for a living, I wouldn't quite understand all the different scenarios and needs that you have to address when you're dealing with a large family. Let me take care of that. Let me handle a lot of those details. Let me help you work through whatever the issues are that you face. You'll rest assured that you'll have everything taken care of by the time you leave, with a lot less stress than you would normally. Because again, I have access to all the tools, the resources, the information that I watch daily. And I said, pay attention to all the travel updates in the industry, everything that's going on. Not everything, but most things. I try to be as wise as I can about the product that you need most. So if you want that, you want Staple and Direct Travel. And you want me to work on your Amawaterways cruise. Why? Because I always specifically pay attention to what's going on with Amawaterways, their promotions, their sailings, what's the differences with their gastronomical or their food offerings, their excursions, everything that's included in your cruise, the pricing, the sales, the crew, your stateroom, your amenities, your features that you'll experience when you're on that river cruise. The fact that it's a luxury cruise takes a little bit of extra knowledge and time, expertise, if you will, to put that together the way you want. So reach out to me in that regard, and we'll look at some of the Amawaterways offerings, the features they have available. So what's all the fuss about? Who is Amawaterways anyway? Well, it's an American-based luxury river cruise company, 23 years in business, and they're all about river cruising, luxury river cruising, Europe, the Far East, Africa, Egypt, Portugal, Spain, and new for 2025, Columbia River, the Magdalena. The ship is called the Magdalena. It was christened earlier this year. Brand new itineraries, brand new experiences, brand new cultures in Europe, in Colombia. Very unique in nature for what you're getting. Very tailored to what you expect. We're here to help you take advantage of it and experience what we did back in August when we went to the France, Paris, and Normandy round-trip cruise, 7 days. Ultimate experience. I mean, if you want something that's really, really exciting, you want to try Amawaterways out. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. They've gotten awards for their dining, for their excursions, for their cruise managers, for a lot of the things that they do. And from a luxury standpoint and a concierge standpoint, where everything's taken care of, that's the type of experience you're going to have. It's not a party atmosphere if you're looking for that. It's more into the culture, the history, bespoke experiences, if you would, creating memories throughout the different countries that I mentioned that you'll remember for a lifetime. It is an investment in your life, in your happiness, in your memories, if you would, your family memories. Great staff, great history, family-owned company. Rudy, the owner, he designed many of the vessels, and his new ship that's being built is called the Amawaterways, which is going to be on the Danube River, and it's going to debut in 2027. I'm working on a cruise for that. That is going to be an African diaspora-based cruise or themed cruise, which means it's going to focus on the experiences of Africans who've been displaced because of slavery, because of persecution, political unrest, violence, whatever. It's gonna focus on their experiences and the marks that they've made throughout the world and to the different countries where they've been displaced to. So that's what Amawaterways is all about. We're going to get into some of the features in the next few minutes. Let's look at this next slide here that shows you all the destinations. We'll walk through some of the destinations here that they go to. All right, guys, we're going to take a look at some of the countries that Amawaterways journeys to on their sailings. So when you go to my website, which is a co-branded Amawaterways Stapleton Direct Travel website, you'll be able to see this link here. When you go to River Cruises at the top of the page, it'll bring up the countries, and we're just going to click something interesting. Let's try Cambodia, and we're going to look at March of 2026. This is the Mekong River, by the way. So we're going to look at March 2026, choose that month, and see what comes up in our offerings. And what we have is, for instance, this sailing here is the Riches of the Mekong, and as you can see, it's a 7-night cruise, and it gives you the pricing per person for that cruise. Not bad for 7 nights in the Far East. And your countries you're going to visit are Cambodia, Vietnam. Those two countries, Cambodia and Vietnam, and you're going to be on the Mekong River. I'm not going to go into it. If you were to click a little bit further into the itinerary, you would see each night's or each day's visits on this journey. And you can scroll through. You can look at some of these other ones, like the Charms of the Mekong, which is in Cambodia and Vietnam as well. It's just a slightly different version of the voyage. You'll have different names like that pertain to the countries it's visiting, but then your itineraries will be different. We'll go back a screen. We'll look at Germany. Well, we're gonna go to Germany. We don't want to do all countries. We're being selective. Well, we'll see. Why not? Let's poke around a little bit. Here's Portugal and Spain. So we'll give you the price per person there, $41.49. And you're visiting Portugal and Spain. Scrolling down, and Channing Rhine is Switzerland, Germany, France, and the Netherlands. You got tulip time they're talking about. We'll go back. We'll pick another country. We'll pick something else. We'll pick something that my device does not want to cooperate with. Let's go to we'll go Botswana. We'll go to Africa in March. Let's see what countries we're going to visit. We're waiting for it to load. If it has sailings in March, it may not. We'll give it a few seconds to load here. We're not coming up with anything. That is a seasonal destination, so we'll try all dates and see what comes up. See if we get anything this way. Okay, wildlife and the falls. As you can see, this is a pricey destination. The African voyages are up there because you get a lot with the experience. So, for instance, for the Discover Africa, you're on a 3-night Cape Town and 4-night wildlife cruise and 2 nights in Victoria Falls. That's all included in your sailing. and you're visiting Namibia in South Africa, Botswana, and Zimbabwe. So I just want to poke around a little bit here and give you some idea of some of the destinations that you experience. And you can go through and look at this on my co-branded website. It'll give you good ideas of places you may want to visit with Amawaterways. So if you want to get started, I'll help you along your journey. Okay, now we want to take a look at why Amawaterways. Why do we want to consider them in the first place? What's so special about them? Well, one, you only have to unpack one time, as opposed to having a bus trip or a flight to a certain country and you go to 3 or 4 countries. You got to pack, unpack. No, step aboard and unpack once on our luxury ship that transports you from one destination to the next. With Ama, every day is a sea day as we cruise through grand capitals and charming towns. Ships dock near city centers, meaning you can step right off the ship and explore very short walking distances, or you can take a bike ride to explore the city. They provide the bikes for you during your excursions. All excursions are included. You can choose from up to 8 each day. You're up close and personal where every stop you go to. Your dining experiences. Membership in the internationally recognized La Chaîne des Restaurants and tables at Arbor de France. Amawaterways takes pride in preparing exquisite, regionally inspired cuisine using locally sourced ingredients. You can enjoy complimentary hand-selected wines and local beers during your everyday lunch and dinner on board. As you can see, the chef is busy in action there. The food was excellent. We took back in August when we took a sailing with them. Luxury of space, fewer guests on board. They have between 60 to 120 people on each ship. So it's like a yacht experience. You're not bunched up on an ocean liner with all these people that you're battling space for. And Ama Magna and the Ama Rudy are 2 ships that are so large on the top deck that they have a full-size pickleball court, a growing popularity sport. Enhance your best self with a dedicated wellness host for complimentary small group fitness classes on board your ship. For a gentler approach to wellness, you're invited to take a dip in the sun deck pool or indulge in a spa treatment, which is a little bit extra cost. Healthy cuisines prepared with seasonable ingredients is always available, as are vegetarian, gluten-free, and low-sodium choices. Your personalized service includes a cruise manager that accompanies you on many excursions that you take, and make sure you don't have to speak the language. Make sure you stay on track, on schedule, and that anything you need is taken care of. And even though we talk about the cruise manager, the captain himself gets personally involved if you experience any issues while on board. The cruise managers are expertly trained and award-winning. Leaders in innovation. The River Cruise Line has twin balcony staterooms, complimentary bikes, full-size pickleball court, like I said, a complimentary multi-course specialty restaurant, the chef's table. And as industry leaders, they specialize in minimizing the impact on the world's river, reducing the single-use plastics, offering a fleet and installing solar panels on the Ama Magna, and where they can, they hook up to shoreside power to limit their impact again on the environment. All right, guys, so there you have it. This week's episode of Wanderers Who Love Amawaterways. We talked about why you would use Stapleton Direct Travel to book your travel. Remember, I'm available at 10 o'clock at night. That's what time it is now, roughly. Maybe a little bit later than that. I'm at home. I'm awake. You know, sometimes till well after midnight. So you can go on Google and find your travel. You can book it. Oh, I can do it. It ain't no problem. But wouldn't it be so much nicer to have somebody like me do it for free? You don't pay me anything. You guess who pays me? Whoever you book with, whether it's Amawaterways or somebody else. They're the ones who are paying me the commission. You don't have to worry about paying me. So isn't that cool to get somebody to do all the work for nothing? And you sit back and enjoy the benefits and reap the experience. And you didn't have to look for anything. You didn't have to book nothing. Yeah, you had to call me with payments or use an online form to fill out to authorize the payments. But that's it. All the legwork, all the details, all the reading and tracking the deadlines and making sure you're on time and on track and you don't miss anything and helping you with your passport and your visas and all your questions. I do all that for nothing. So you don't have to worry about it. So that's the reason why you want to use Stapleton Direct Travel for your next Amawaterways luxury river cruise vacation. And beyond that, you definitely want to use Amawaterways because everybody I talk to in my personal experience has shown that Amawaterways is the way to go when you want a first-class luxury experience. You can talk to your kids about, you can tell stories to your grandkids about. So next time you want to do that Amawaterways vacation, the telephone number to call is 330-328-3205, Stapleton Direct Travel. Email address is Steven, Steven, 7867 at ameritech.net or Steven7867 at ameritech.net. You can reach me that way. You can respond to this post and let me know you're interested and you'd like me to get in touch with you. If you want somebody who's going to work hard for you, this guy right here. Yeah, the one I pointed to earlier, that guy. Steve Stapleton, Stapleton Direct Travel. Thank you for joining tonight. We appreciate having you. You have a good week. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your family. Hey, call me for that next vacation. I'm ready to set you up. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
The Magdalena is not just a river. It is memory in motion. It is the pulse of a nation, a liquid thread stitching past and present, with the shimmer of ancestral stories. On these sacred waters, where dreams drift like butterflies of yellow paper, we christen not merely a vessel, but a promise.
I named this ship Ama Magdalena.
A promise that wonder shall sail again, that solitude may find its companion, and that every guest aboard the Ama Magdalena shall feel the timeless breath of Colombia, whispering